Hey there, gang. Patrick King here. I hope you can hear me if you're tuning in. Let me know if the audio works. Just wanted to have a quick, kind of a barely scheduled coffee conversation here, a little chat with you about learning something new and deepening your learning. I had promised to do this early this morning, and it's, about 12:30 here where I'm at, probably, it's about 1:30 on the East Coast where I would normally be. I'm actually in Oklahoma right now, so a little bit of a time difference there, but I see a couple of folks checking in here, so if you can hear the audio well, please let me know that. Anyway, wanted to talk a little bit just about learning some new things and deepening your learning. I had a clinic past weekend where all of the participants were part of our online Developing Balance in Hand course, and one of the things that one of the themes that we made sure to talk about was that we had permission to suck. Right? When we're working with something new, we have permission to suck at it. We got, we have permission to not be great at things when we're first learning something new. It's really important to give ourselves that. I find so often riders get stuck in this idea of having to be great when they're learning something new. And it's not just riders, right? It's all of us with everything that we do. We have that, I don't know if it's the ego or what you want to call it, but we get stuck in this idea that we should be good at whatever it is we're trying. So it's really important when we're learning something new, we want to think we have permission to suck at it. I joke with riders and with folks in hand that anything worth doing is worth doing poorly until we're organized and educated and coordinated enough to do it well, right? And experienced enough to do it well. Anything that we're learning, we're not going to be great at to begin with until we have that experience. So anytime we're learning something new, that's really, really important to keep that in mind. We're going to fumble, we're going to falter, we're going to fail. And then we're going to succeed. And then we're probably going to fail some more. And then we're going to get a little better. And then we're going to royally suck at it. And then we'll probably get a little bit better. The learning curve that comes in there, that's really important to understand. So that's something that we really want to think about. I see people, I don't want to say riders, because I see people do this all the time. They get concerned, so they get stuck and they get stale. It's really important to be constantly learning, constantly trying new things. For riders, try new disciplines, try different breeds, try riding different horses, things like that. Try getting a little deeper into something that maybe you've just scratched the surface of, or maybe you think you know a lot about something. Try to get even deeper into that, right? Find another instructor. Not saying change instructors. Maybe add another instructor to what you're doing. Go ride with somebody else. That's a great way to maybe find another deeper level in what you're doing. It's important to keep in mind that our growth happens outside of our comfort zone. Where we're comfortable, we're going to get stale. That happens with all of us. We get stale if we stay where we're comfortable. Our learning, our growing happens outside of that comfort zone. It's important not to be pushed too far. And to know how you learn. Some folks, we have to stay fairly close to our comfort zone when we get out of it, or they feel overwhelmed, right? Maybe that's not you. Maybe you can jump way out of your comfort zone. You've got to know how you learn. That's an important thing, so that you don't feel overfaced, right? We could talk about the nervous system, right? The sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. If we get too stressed, then we go on self-preservation mode, right? If we're too relaxed, then there's no learning that's going to take place there. It's at the edge. It's riding that line where the learning takes place, riding that line between sympathetic and parasympathetic. And then we've got a process, of course, in the parasympathetic. But as learners of anything, that's really important to kind of push ourselves a little bit. We have to find a good coach or a good teacher, or maybe it's yourself, right? Maybe you're taking an online course or something like that. That's a situation where you've got to be motivated there. We talk about having an accountability partner, right? Somebody to keep you on track, somebody to report into. That can be helpful for us sometimes. but we should always be learning. Whether we're an amateur, whether we're a professional, we should always be learning. So, and this chat, I guess, is motivated a little bit by where I am right now. I'm in Purcell, Oklahoma. For about 20 years now, I've said I wanted to go to farrier school, not to be a farrier, but just to learn more about doing that properly, to learn more about proper trimming, to learn more about proper shoeing, just as an educational thing. And so that's actually where I'm at right now. I'm at the Oklahoma Horseshoeing School in Purcell, Oklahoma. I'm going to be starting a farrier's course right now for the next couple weeks. Again, just as a way to learn more. Every year I try to learn something new, something a little bit different. And this year, this is what it is. So I'm curious, what are you learning this year? What have you committed to learning this year? That might be outside of your comfort zone, or might be another addition or a deepening of some of the things that you already know. I'd be super curious if you'd leave those in the comments section below the video here. Let me know, or if you're listening to this afterwards in an audio, maybe let me know, send us a message. What are you doing? What are you trying to learn this year as kind of a project? Is that something you do? I've got a friend in Ohio, pretty cool. I forget what discipline he originally started in, but he had some pretty nice horses, and he made a decision that every winter when he wasn't showing, he was going to learn a new discipline within his breed, and he was going to compete that discipline the next year. And this fella, I think, has championships in, maybe 10 different disciplines within the quarter horse industry or so. Pretty interesting. He was constantly wanting to grow, and I always found that inspiring, that every year he would tackle something new, and every year he would go out there and show what he was learning, and then come back and adjust and tweak and add things to his toolbox. I think that's really important for us as riders, especially. Just think about the things that you could be learning about as a rider. You could learn about massage, you could learn about trimming or shoeing, you could learn about saddle fit, you could learn so many different things in handwork, different disciplines, that sort of thing. What are you learning? What do you have on your radar? Something that you want to start learning, something you want to look into or dig a little deeper into. Let me know that in the comments section here. And coffee conversations. It's another Starbucks day for me. If you're joining along and drinking a cup of something, let me know what that is. Got some folks here. Somebody from New Brunswick in Canada. Hello, Shauna. Hello, Rosa. And it says that Nick is watching. Nick, here's to you, my friend. Thanks for the kick in the pants and the motivation to come out here and do this. I really appreciate that. So I'm thinking about you. If they beat me up too bad, I'll be calling you crying. So no, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a great couple weeks, and hopefully I'll be able to check in with you guys frequently as these couple weeks go, share with you my experiences, maybe my struggles, that sort of thing, and hopefully some successes as I'm going through this course. So again, thanks so much, gang. Let me know in the comments section below what it is that you're committed to or already into learning this year. That's something new or something a little deeper with you and your horse or your horsemanship. So, all right. Thanks, gang. We'll catch you for another cup sometime soon.